We are about a week away from possibly the wildest MPL Philippines playoffs in history. 7 years in the making. Season 15 coming your way. This is the final forecast. Where are my manners? My name is Leo. I've spent the past few months trying to break down and predict what'll happen week in and week out in MPL Philippines, and we've come to this. Before we try and predict what's going to happen in the next 5 days of the playoffs, let's look back at the 8 weeks of the regular season and how well we did in trying to see where that went. Week 1 to 8 was quite the doozy. Starting with a 5 out of 14 prior to setting the scoring system. We then scored 2 back-to-back 10s, a 6, and then another 10, a 9, and then another 10, and then down to a 5. Is that not destiny? Is that not serendipity? Is that not whatever they want to call it? Starting with 5, ending with 5, a strong mid-season, and then, again, patches, uncertainty, and the teams putting it all out there. I call it entertainment. And it came at my expense, right? I scored an average of 8.1 out of 14. What is that? Give or take 60-65% prediction rate? Not exactly something to be proud of, but I'll take it. I'll take it. One knows when to call it quits. One knows when to put their head down in humility. But that doesn't stop us from trying, all right? We're going to predict the playoffs, and we're going to start with day 1. This is what the brackets look like. Came out within minutes of ending the final match of season 15 in the regular season. We start with Onyx versus Twisted Minds. We're starting off with Onyx versus Twisted Minds. Best of 5 play-ins. Loser goes home. As much as I'd like to think maybe Twisted Minds is cooking something up, again, Bonchan did say, like he always does, season in, season out, year in, year out, they're going to break the game. They're going to show us exactly what is possible in this metagame. It's going up against the defending world champions. They're going up against the Super Fam, the defending season champions. So, safe to say I'm going to go Onyx 3-1. Onyx 3-1. Next up, another play-ins match. It's an avian battle. The Phoenix versus the Falcons. Team Falcons versus TNC. Congratulations, TNC. Again, I cannot be any happier for one of the OG, one of the longest standing and most admirable franchises in Filipino esports history. So, TNC, they held out, what was that, almost 3 years that they couldn't make it to the playoffs, and finally here in season 15. It just sucks that they're going up against the incumbent Cebu squad, not even incumbent, like they are the Cebu squad. It's just the Combine has other players in it. But yeah, on their way to another world tour, I think Falcons is going to take this one, all right? Play-ins versus TNC, I'll say Team Falcons 3-1. That means that first round in the playoffs proper, meaning the double elims begins, it's going to be Aurora versus Onyx PH. It's the season 14 grand finals, baby. It's the M6 reps. They are the heralds of a new era. And this time, despite Aurora's much better regular season performance, and again, here I am doubting them once more. If I get this right, I'm sorry, MTB, I'm sorry, Dex, because they know, and they watch this. They know that whenever I predict against them, they win. Onyx just hits diff, all right? When they figure out what's wrong and they know how to lock in, they hit diff. This is Super Fan we're talking about. I think it's Onyx. Onyx 3-2. Onyx 3-2. Why not? Let's throw it. Let's roll it back to the grand finals, right? They're gonna go all the way, but Onyx moves through and Aurora drops. In the second match of the double elims round 2, we have the Clash of Titans. It happened. It's destiny. Our MSC 2024 EWC, very first time in Saudi Arabia reps, Team Falcons versus Liquid. They're called Titans for a reason. You know that, right? Besides the whole story of some EECA folks, people who don't even know how to speak English as much, told me, Leo, those are the Titans. So as far off as that part of the world, they know these two teams to be the most consistent teams in the world of MLBB. Again, these are world champions we're talking about. I think Liquid is in a different form. Liquid is locked in. Liquid is in a state of flow. So even if Falcons is Seabull, and Falcon seems to be en route to another world tour, 2025, baby, volume 3, I think Liquid takes this. I'm going to say Liquid 3-1. Liquid 3-1, how about it? Stampede, Falcons win, long game. That's what I see happening. And that now brings us to the upper bracket finals. One win away from locking in the punch your ticket to MSC 2025 to once again visit Saudi Arabia for EWC. Team Liquid Philippines versus Onyx Philippines. Season 13 champs, season 14 champs. How about it? I want this to go all the way. I see it going all the way. Onyx are the ultimate problem solvers. They have the tools, they come up with solutions, but Liquid is a force of nature. Even when they lost Benny Cutie, they picked up one of the hungriest and, dare I say, most refreshed and refined gold laners in the world. Again, who'd have thought that Oheb had this in him? Who'd have thought that Oheb would fit in so well? So I think we're going to go with Liquid here. Liquid wins 3-2. Liquid wins 3-2, punching their ticket to MSC 2025. They ended the season at number 1, baby. There's got to be a reason why. So that drops Onyx to the lower bracket finals. And waiting in the lower bracket semis is Aurora and Falcons. Aurora and Falcons. This was the lower bracket finals. This was the very first best of 7 in the history of MPL Philippines. And this is what defines our region as the strongest and the most difficult to win. Because we needed to win a best of 7 to even qualify for the finals out of the lower bracket. And last year we did this. So now it's going to have to happen, according to me, in the lower semis. Aurora versus Falcons. Boy, oh boy, Aurora versus Falcons. I don't like shortchanging my boys here, all right? You cut me up, I bleed green, all right? I'm a Falcons guy. Renmar will also say he's a Falcons guy, but we're both Falcons guys. And it pains me to say that in situations like these, in a place like Green Sun, you can't deny Aurora. So I'm going to say Aurora here, 3-1. And the way I see it going is Aurora win, Falcons win, Aurora. And they go on and face Onyx once again. Best of 7 time. Aurora versus Onyx PH. Only one moves forth to the grand finals. Only one more team joins Liquid in representing the Philippines in MSC. Who's it going to be? Best of 7. Who's it going to be? Best of 7. Here we are again. Aurora versus Onyx PH. Chills. I'm getting chills. Like this is going to happen in a single match day. A single match day, best of 7, lower bracket finals. I think it's Onyx. Onyx 4-2. Because of Aurora's amazing performance against Falcons, dropping them out, moving towards the lower bracket finals, and the Super Fam may have found a solution to Aurora's clean and perfect play in the regular season, and they're gonna go 4-2. I want to keep it at that. I don't think I have it in me to break down a match narrative that goes 7 games, that goes through a best of 7. So 4-2, it'll be a banger. People who bought tickets to the lower bracket finals will still have fun. They will still appreciate what they saw. It's just, I see Onyx punching it to MSC. So now here we are, Onyx versus Liquid, the grand finals. Is it just me or did I not do a final forecast very much similar to this one? Was this not how I saw season 13 going? Or was it season 14 that I said it would be Onyx and Liquid moving on, representing the country? But finally here we are, the Super Fam versus the Cavalry. The Sonic Republic versus the Cavaliers. I'm gonna have fun with this one. This is, you watch these kinds of matches and you understand why Filipino MLBB hits diff. We're capable of intricate macro play, but just the same when it comes down to it, if blood has to be shed on the battlefield, blood is gonna flow, all right? Like, we're capable of going 20 plus, but just the same, we can go 10, 12 minutes with just 3 kills apiece. Like, these two teams can put on a show like that. And I see it going all the way. If it's between Liquid and Onyx, I hope it goes all the way. So I'm going to say 4-3. 4-3. 4-3 Liquid. 4-3. I can hear it already. Just like in SM South Mall, in the Hall of Champions. Let's go Liquid. Let's go Liquid. And that's the final forecast. New champions, Onyx and Liquid to MSC. And then for all I care, either of them could win. Carl could get his MSC title finally. Onyx couldn't finish the Immortal run. I mean, it doesn't count technically because according to me, they did win S15. But they would have gotten everything, right? Like in a calendar year, whatever. Let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen. What is your forecast? And what your score average was over the season. Because again, I got 8.1 out of 14. How much better did you get it? How much worse? Because again, who saw where a lot of season 15 was going to go, right? The patches, the teams up and down, the clean performance of those on top, the struggles of those on the bottom, and everything in between. I'll see y'all in the arena. Y'all take care. Leo out.